all right, we need to talk. Because there's a massive shift happening right now, all thanks to AI. It's totally rewriting the rules of the game, and in the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly how you can stop being a victim of this change and start being the one calling the shots. And this quote from Dan Martell it nails it. The real threat isn't some super intelligent robot. Nope, it's us. It's being complacent. In a world moving this fast, average isn't safe anymore. It's actually the most dangerous place you can possibly be. And if you think this is some far-off futuristic thing, think again. Get this. The big tech companies have already dropped $100 billion on AI data centers. Not in a year, in the last 3 months. The money is flowing. The momentum is insane. This thing isn't just leaving the station, it's a rocket, and it's time to strap in. So that brings us to the first big idea here, the AI wake-up call. We have to understand that the very ground beneath our feet is shifting. This isn't just another app or a cool new gadget. This is a fundamental change to how work gets done, and it is happening at a speed we've never seen before. I mean, just look at this curve. It's crazy. ChatGPT launches, and in 2 months, just 2 months, it has 100 million users. It took Instagram 2.5 years to get there. And today, we're talking 700 million people using these tools every single week. This isn't a straight line. It's an explosion. Our brains honestly aren't wired to really get what that means. And here's the first major casualty of that speed. The middleman is done, toast. Any job where your main role is to just gather info, process it, and pass it along, well, AI can now do that faster, cheaper, and more accurately 24/7. That world is over. So, this all puts you at a crossroads, and you have a choice to make. It really boils down to this fundamental mindset shift. In this new world, are you going to be a doer, or are you going to step up and become a director? Let's break down what that really means. Okay, so the doer, they're focused on executing tasks. They're given a job, and they do it. The director, on the other hand, is focused on vision. They're the one who builds the machine. Think about it this way. The doer writes 5 social media posts. The director builds an AI system that generates 500 posts, tests them all, and automatically schedules the best ones. One of these roles is going to be automated. The other is going to be more powerful than ever. And this idea from Elon Musk just captures it perfectly. The doer builds the prototype, the one-off thing. That's great, but it's limited. The director builds the factory, the system that can pump out thousands of those prototypes flawlessly. That's where the real leverage is now. That's the new game. So you're probably thinking, okay, I get it. I want to be the director. But how? How do I actually do that? Well, it starts with one simple change. It starts by building a new default habit to completely rewire your brain for this AI-first world. Let's just pause for a second and really think about this. If you could do just one thing starting today that would have the biggest impact on your future and this new reality, what would it be? Here's the answer. You make AI your default reflex. Before you ask a coworker, before you even open up Google, you ask an AI first. Got a question? Ask AI. Need an idea? Ask AI. And here's the rule that will change everything. Never, ever show up to a meeting again without first asking an AI for insights, data points, and counterarguments. You have to build this muscle until it's just automatic. Now, as you build that habit, you'll start getting more advanced. You'll move from asking simple questions to creating what are called system prompts. These are basically detailed instruction manuals for your AI. You tell it who to be, what to know, and how to act. And your ability to create these custom prompts, that becomes your secret weapon. That's your new intellectual property. So once you have the habit, how do you really apply it at scale in your work? Well, that brings us to what I call the 92% AI rule. This is a framework that will completely change how you think about your job. The idea is simple. You delegate 92% of the work, all the heavy lifting, the research, the first drafts, the data analysis. You give all of that to AI. Your job shifts to focusing entirely on that last critical 8%. That's where you add your human magic, your unique taste, your vision, your creativity, your final stamp of approval. So let this sink in. Your new job description is simple. You are the editor, not the author. Stop staring at a blank page. Let the AI do the first 92%, and then you come in and use your unique human genius to take that final 8% and make it brilliant. And this whole idea raises a really profound question, doesn't it? If AI is doing all the work, all that heavy lifting, what's left for us? What is our new work? Our value? Our advantage? is in that 8%. It's having the vision to see what's possible. It's having the taste to know what's great from what's just okay. It's the creativity to connect ideas in new ways. And maybe most important of all, it's the emotional intelligence to actually connect with other human beings. These are the skills that can't be automated away. As we wrap up here, I want you to think about this phrase. Because all those things that frustrate you, the bottlenecks in your business, the parts of your job you hate, those aren't just problems. They're signposts. They're showing you exactly where you've put limits on your own thinking. Because here's the bottom line. AI can solve almost any technical problem you think you have. It can write the code, analyze the data, draft the plan. The real bottleneck isn't the technology anymore. It's us. It's the tough decision we're avoiding, the big change we're too scared to make. So the only question that really matters for your future is this: what are you pretending not to know?